Welcome Aquarius, and Aquarius cross watchers to your reading. So I hope you guys are having a great day, and of course thank you for stopping by my channel. So we have the Ten of Pentacles reversed here. So, Aquarius, I feel like it's almost like there may be some sort of situation that is kind of like crumbling or falling apart. But it doesn't feel like it's, this might sound strange, it's almost like it's not even connected to you. I don't know why it's coming through in your reading, but it almost feels like you may be, I'm just kind of seeing you talking to someone at a party or an event or something, and it's almost like in something else over here is, it just feels like it's falling apart. You may not be there to see it actually fall apart, but you do see the like broken pieces on the ground. And it's almost this energy of like, what just happened here? It's almost like you kind of dodged a really terrible situation. And it's like, and you just kind of end up seeing the aftermath of it. Hope that means something. Sometimes I confuse myself a little. So we have the Justice card here. I'm going to get 3 more cards. Aquarius. Oh. We have the Emperor. It almost feels like somebody may have been in negotiations with you, or they may have been trying to, like there was a back and forth, and it's like this person was really, it's like they were on a very in a precarious position in their life unrelated to you. And it's almost like they may have presented as somebody that didn't need whatever they were negotiating for, but they did. It's like they were just trying to negotiate in that way. It does feel a little bit like this is somebody that kind of shoots themselves in the foot. So it's almost the energy of somebody that may have been, I almost want to say like a, I don't know if this term makes sense, but like a high flyer, like somebody that may have been top notch or top dog at one time, and they still have that energy. They still may be that to a certain extent. It's like that's maybe part of who they are, but it's like it's almost like they may have elevated themselves to a place where there's a lot of backbiting, a lot of people wanting to take what they have, and it's almost like they were trying to negotiate. Let's say, for example, they have a company that has a lot of that kind of like, backbiting and stuff like that. And it's like, and this person was acting like they didn't want to sell you the company. And it may not be an actual company, okay? It's just to describe the energy. It's like acting like they want to sell you the company or don't want to in order to negotiate a better deal, but it's like they can't wait for someone to take it off their hands. It's that type of a thing. And I feel like you knew, maybe you didn't know all of the stuff that was going on, but you definitely knew something was off here. You know what I mean? It's like you knew that they weren't telling you something. And I feel like you let something time out here. Like you let the clock run out. We got one for 8 of Pentacles. And the Devil with the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So, it feels like you were ready and willing to make the jump with this person or company, whatever it was. Purchase, it could even be. But it just kind of feels like you ended up dodging a dodgy situation. I don't know why that's, but anyway. And it almost feels like you're looking at the situation like, oh my gosh, I could have actually really stepped in some shiz here. You know what I mean? And I feel like you're almost looking at it like, how did I not see it before? How did I not kind of like see through this? Um, and I feel like there's a message here, like just because you couldn't narrow down, I'm going to ask you a question. Just because you couldn't narrow down exactly what was off, but you knew something was off, it's like, why? Like a lot of people don't know all of the gory details of other people's lives, right? But you were able, like you were wise enough to see that there was something off. And the question here is, how come that isn't enough? And there, like, you might have a really good reason. I don't know. I'm just posing it to you as a question. Um, I also feel that whatever this was, it would have drained you emotionally, financially, spiritually, whatever it is. I feel like it's almost like if you had gotten on board with this situation prior to things kind of getting a bit murky for this person, it may have been different because I feel like you would have been able to um, almost kind of be a blockade between the nonsense and this person. It's almost like you would have been the one person that was loyal to them. You know what I mean? Um, it feels like it's almost like from your perspective, this may be like almost like a missed opportunity somehow. It's like I want to say it feels like it's a missed opportunity, but it's more like it's too bad you didn't meet this person beforehand, but now that you've met them in this, you know what I mean? It's like just kind of feels like you're not really interested. I do feel in some aspect you kind of want to set an example for this person. You know what I mean? It's almost like you're willing to how do I say this? Like almost put yourself, let's say for example, you have evolved to this point. But outwardly, it's like you're going to display yourself back here at this point, and it's almost like you're trying to model something for this person. It's like you're trying to break down something that I feel like that they know or that you know that they need to see or that they need to learn, right? It's like they need to be able to see what it looks like when you, I almost want to say like when you have to do it all yourself, and what it looks like when you do it all yourself and you can be selective about who comes into that circle. It's that type of an energy. And it's like, and that's what you're kind of not showing off, but showing them, if that makes sense. I mean, this, the, um, the devil card is of course the Capricorn card, and it's reversed at the, bottom of the deck here. It kind of feels like that line, in Game of Thrones where it's like, what do we say to the god of death? Not today. It's like you're the one saying not today. So I think we're going to pull some clarifiers and just, we're going to get into something. Make sure I got them all. Okay. So, can we get one on the Emperor? Aw. So we have the King and Seven of Cups on the Emperor. It feels like whatever this was, it was a last-ditch effort by this person. You know what I mean? It's the energy of somebody that I kind of feel like they've had a lot of opportunities to make much different choices, and it's like bad decision after bad decision after bad decision got them to this point. And I feel like they seem to feel kind of isolated somehow. It's almost like someone that is not desperate, but is almost like, I don't know why this is what I'm hearing, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's the energy of somebody that's like practically bleeding, wanting to show somebody the real side of them, but knowing that the people around them, or at least feeling that the people around them, are not trustworthy with the most vulnerable parts of them. You know what I mean? And it's almost like this person, um, they're so used to kind of stonewalling people that it's almost like they kind of weren't able to, they're not really able to see people as anything else but someone that has to be stonewalled, if that makes sense. Okay, so can we get one on this devil, please? Devil reversed. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Ten of Wands at the, oh sorry, you can't see that. Ten of Wands at the bottom. I mean, I am getting this energy of it again. I keep getting this like missed opportunity. Um, it's almost like if they had been upfront with you about something, if they hadn't tried to hide whatever was going on with the like backbiting or whatever. Again, it may just be to capture the energy. It may not be the actual situation. You know, if it's romantic, obviously you're not buying a company from somebody. Anyway, I mean, maybe you are, but you know, you catch my drift. So it just feels like if this person had been honest with you, it feels like something very different could have happened. But it's like, but because that piece wasn't there, you know what I mean? It just feels like it's too precarious for you. It's almost like hold on for a sec. I feel like they kind of ruined their shot with you here. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, that's too bad for them if that was their, you know, what they wanted to do, but it just kind of feels like there's whatever it is they wanted to get from you, they're not getting. It's almost like the in order to make a decision, going back to that same example of like going into business or buying their company, it's almost like they're going to have to give you such a good deal that it eliminates nearly all of the risk for you. Because you're not going to be dealing, like, you're not going to be getting burned. Not here. So, can we get one on this Eight of Coins or Eight of Pentacles? Sorry, I hope that's not too loud for the mic there. Aquarius. Dang. So we have the King of Pentacles with the Hermit here. Hold on for a second. I feel like you kind of see this person as someone that's, it's like they're spending so much time looking out for people that are gonna kind of screw them over that they're not paying attention to the snakes around them, is kind of what I'm getting. I feel like this person may be somebody that values aesthetics, like, not trying to be judgmental here, but it feels like it's somebody that values looks. It's like if somebody is very physically attractive or they look a certain type of way, it's almost like it causes this person to look past red flags or to like give that person too many chances instead of being like, no, not dealing with that. You know, thank you, next, on to the next one sort of thing. It feels like, hold on for a second. What was that? It feels like, I mean, obviously justice is the card of Libra and balance. Things kind of being brought to a certain level of balance, karma kind of coming back around. And I feel like, oh, listen, there's times where this person here conducted themselves in a way that, like, they know that what's happening now is karma coming back around to kind of kick them in the face a little bit here. And it's like, as certain things are happening to them, they're looking at it like, oh yeah, I probably deserve that. That kind of came out of left field. And it almost feels like somebody here, it's almost like this Emperor energy knows that they're on track to be this hermit. It's almost like if they keep getting screwed over by people, they're just going to, it's like in this energy previous to whatever interaction they're having with you, I feel like they're looking at it almost like if they get screwed over again, which they seem to feel it's almost like there's this undercurrent that they know that whatever karma is coming back to them hasn't run its course yet. So it's like they know that if and when that happens, that it's like they're just going to work. They're just going to work. It feels like they're not really, it feels like there's going to be, like they're going to get a lot of recognition for work. This may be you in terms of that, but anyway, someone here is going to get a lot of recognition for work, and that will seem very fulfilling on the surface. And I feel like that kind of is what this person is hoping for. But it feels like that success on the surface with work comes with a certain loneliness. It's almost the energy of somebody looking at their life thinking like, when I have relationships, I don't have success. And when I have success, I don't have relationship. Or like when I have financial success. So it's like they seem to feel like having it all, if you will, continues to elude them somehow. Feeling like it's almost like they're looking at whatever trials and tribulations they're going through right now as necessary for them to level up. And regardless of whether or not that's the case, it feels like that's how they're coping with it. It does feel like someone that is, and I think you may know that. I actually feel like it's almost this energy of you either being impressed by them or you kind of end up being surprised at how well they end up coming out of this situation. So I think I'll leave it there, Aquarius. If this reading resonated, I hope it was helpful and brought you some clarity. I will have some new singles reads out next week, so please keep an eye out for those if you're so inclined. And we will see you on the next one. Much love. Bye.